Everybody. Oh, well, I just finished up taking care of my dad and his wife today. What time is it? It's 6:35 p.m. I left the house today at 9:30 a.m. and I just finished up with my dad and his wife today. So it was a long day of taking care of the folks. We were going to try to sell his car because he couldn't, deal with that anymore, the payments and the high car insurance. But that ended up not happening today because we ended up not being able to find the registration for the car. So we ended up going to the AAA club to get a duplicate registration. So luckily that was just down the street. However, the AAA club was packed. And I'm pushing my dad around in a wheelchair right now because he's got a brace on his leg. And so that was a little inconvenient. And then they said they only took cash or check for that transaction. So I had to leave my dad at the waiting area in the AAA club and walk across the way to the ATM machine, which was wonderful. So I think that was about a 30-minute wait. Not too bad. So we took care of that. And that was pretty much it for my dad because he can't really go out on long, big excursions. He's pretty much a one-trip kind of a guy right now. And then so I drove straight home. And, he rested on the couch. And then his wife got home from doing her chores. And that's when we all kind of had like a lunch, and I threw together a little thing for everybody, some salad and stuff, and I made like this little cabbage curry with rice, which I liked. That was for me. And then this morning I went ahead and I made them breakfast because when I got there, they were still getting ready. And so it took my dad a good hour to kind of get going. And so I was like, look, don't worry about the breakfast. I'll cook the breakfast. And then I'm going through paperwork all day long, and I'm just taking as many photos as I can of every bill that I can get a hold of. Because that's something else, is I got to start tracking their finances a little more and helping them budget, going shopping with them, because that's what I did. I just finished doing tonight was actually going shopping. I helped pay a bill for them, created some online accounts for like the electric company and different stuff like that, so that I could pay the electric bill, so that gets taken care of. And my dad was like, when you go to the ATM, can you transfer, this was later on, can you transfer some of the savings to the checking? And I'm like, well, I can do it right here on the online. So he's not real internet savvy at all. So I went ahead and I took care of that. It was a long day and a little frustrating because I thought we were going to get rid of the car today, but that's not going to happen. Because I talked to the CarMax people. I didn't want to drive out there and then be disappointed. So I asked them over the phone. I'm like, well, can we just sell you the car? You pay us for whatever it's worth. And whatever's left over, you finance us for that amount or whatever. And I guess they don't do that. So because it's all about, you know, trading it in and like getting another car. And anyway, we might, if we go with a buyer, just like, you know, private buyer, then we need to get them to go into the credit union to like basically pay off that loan that's under my dad's, and then he signs the title off to them. So it's like a big ordeal. Whereas with CarMax, if we have the balance of what is owed on the loan, we can just pay that to CarMax, and then, you know, even though he's coming out bad, you know, he's losing money, like I think it'd be like about $2,000 he'd have to actually pay CarMax. CarMax would then pay off the loan with the credit union. But at this point, they need to just get rid of the car, and they're much better off like taking their tax return, which they should have coming up, and just using that to just pay off CarMax and let go of the car, and then they can cancel their car insurance, and, you know, and then they'll be in a better situation. So I'm going to, long story short, I'm going to be coming out here to my dad's on the weekends from now on, and helping them go shopping and getting their papers in order and making sure they're on top of their bills and stuff. And what I love about daylight savings time is I still have light, and I still might get home. I'm going to be on the road for another hour to get home. And who knows? Maybe I'll work on the house a little bit when I get home. All right, guys. God bless. Keep seeking truth.